is very close to its strength, and I believe it's getting close to its time of popping off. If you look at our map from June 16th, we can see that we were looking, I made a video about 2 weeks ago, and we were looking for prices to break above some of these levels. These would be the times that would indicate strength coming into Luna for us. And I showed that in the volume spread analysis that was buying right in this area. And sure enough, we came back down and we sat down on one of our sword cuts, and we just kind of sat down through here, and until we were expecting to phase through. You can see we actually stopped right at some of these roofs right here based on some of the parabolics that we have, some of our tiger lines. And as we came to them in the next few days, you can see that we just phased through them. Then we added a more accurate parabolic. You can see again we phased through them, and sitting down on here is starting to build structure. What we want now is a pump up to here. This was from our map from June 22nd. Our next map here on June 26th, you can see on the daily chart that we tried coming up to one of our resistance lines, and we just stopped right there. But there was still 1 hour and 23 minutes left to go in that day. We are looking for price to build structure. It's very interesting to note. Also, we hit the top of one of our very accurate tiger lines. That was a bent tiger line. It was curved. You can see them here. Next, you can see that we came all the way up and closed above there with 18 minutes left to go. On that same day, on the 26th, you can see that we closed above. Now this is key because this means we're building health, and we're building structure and health above these lines. We want structure, but we want to have solid closes above these lines. That makes it much more harder to come back down. Okay, that's when we know that health is starting to really come in the market. And sure enough, with that next candle, you can see that we tried to come back above, but we still did close above it. So that was good. Spiking down, but closing above that line is what we needed to beat. The next line we need to beat is this one way up there. And sure enough, we went straight up there. We made a beeline right from the resistance, came up and hit this line. And on the daily chart with 12 minutes left to go, we were trying to get a close above it. Unfortunately, we didn't get the close above it, meaning according to the principle of the hard close, we expect a move down. Now we had a live class session where we were pumping all the way this high, but I said, hey, be careful, just wait. If you haven't bought our Luna already and you want to be patient, don't just buy at the top. I think that because of the principle of the hard close, we should be coming back down. And sure enough, before the class was even ended, we were already showing down movements. We had came all the way back down from our pumps, because what happens is, according to the principle of the hard close, when you hard close directly against a line, it makes it much more challenging to break above. Not impossible, but more challenging. And then you can see that by the end of the day, we had came all the way back down, but then we came back all the way up again. Now I gave, in that class, I gave two lines. I gave this line 00040, which is a Satoshi 93, and Satoshi 90. These are the lines we want to beat. We need to close above Satoshi 90, but the next level to build structure above is actually above this, which is where our parabolic line was. And again, we've had these lines for quite a bit. Okay, but so now we're expecting, you can see them up here, now we're expecting prices to break above and start giving a structure above these lines. That would be correct. And sure enough, look at, you can see prices stuck right here in this area. That's a good sign, because we are now closing past this line. That's what you want to beat. We want to beat this line. The next one we got to beat is this one up here at 93 Satoshi, and this is all Luna moving into position before it can really pop up. And now looking at today's the 28th, I'm giving you guys our new resistance levels, and they are up here. Okay, these are the levels, and it depends, they're dynamic, so it depends on the day that it hits it. But right now, if we're doing it, it's 3 zeros and 1 4 is going to be one of our next ones we got to beat. And then after that point, 0 0 1 8. I think after it gets past some of these, you're gonna be more flying through the sky during these days. A lot of money is going to be attracted. Right now, we're just still right there, but again, on the daily close, we got the close above these levels, above this level right there. On the daily chart, that was the daily chart. Here's the 4-hour chart. You can take a look and see that we came back down, but I'm not really scared because we already showed the strength. We already showed the strength when we closed above this line right there yesterday. When we got that candle close, I was like, whew. So I'm not so concerned about coming back down anymore, because most of the strength has already appeared. But showing price that's not respecting here on the 4-hour tells us that we may not want to spend a lot of our time on the 4-hour. we want to look possibly at the 6-hour, 12-hour, and the daily chart. So we have strength coming into this area. Now, price could still come down the mountain, but if Luna is responding really well like it has been, then I believe it's going to continue to build structure up. I don't think we're going to come back down to some of these levels, even if there's a Bitcoin crash. And the reason is because when Bitcoin was doing all of its nonsense, in the last couple of weeks where it was going down, Luna just kind of went sideways. And even though I showed you guys there was already buying that came in in the past, so we didn't even close below these lows. Like many cryptos, they look almost the same and then they went down, but Luna didn't. It went down up here and then it phased through. So that's a sign of strength for Luna. And then the final chart I'm showing you guys is just this one right here. Yep, this is just where we're at right now. So please be in mind, the next set of strength and health that will come into the market is if we can build prices above Satoshi 93. So keep your eyes still on Satoshi 93. We're just still in that area, but the strength already came in. Some people are already jumping in because these are going to be your next buying levels. These are your next floors. You're building foundation at these levels to pop up. But that's what we've been wanting for. Last buying set was a couple weeks ago. Now it's now. So I believe that these are the times for Luna to get very close to pop up. But if there's a Bitcoin crash, again, there's a possibility Luna will be sucked back down into some of these areas. But because some of the strength already came in, I think it's not going to be that much of a stretch for us to pass these lines one more time. So these lines will be faded away on my maps showing that there's strength that came into the market. So I wanted to leave you guys with that, with Luna, so you guys all know what's happening with Luna. If you guys are not a member of my dive and you guys are not meeting together or seeing our daily videos that we put out, I record all the cryptos that you guys are requesting, and then we have a group discussion about it. We talk about it. I show the maps. I teach you guys how to do the maps in dives. Dives are $18 for the full month. You get tutorials on how to create your own maps, how to draw your own maps. Sometimes they're walk-alongs, sometimes they're foundational basic videos, but all throughout the month we do a variety of tutorials and different methods, from the sword method, a method I created to read price action using past history. So I bless you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Check out our channel, or check out patreon.com/jsong_7 to see my full list of videos. Love you guys. See you guys there.